Stanza 4. There is nobody on the housetops now, just a paralyzed few at the windows set, for the best of the sight is all allowed. At the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trow. So here, the patriot, he says that we know in the third stanza, it is a transition, isn't it? It is a transition where what happens? Transition from the past to the present. Okay, so here in the present, what is happening? That is what we come to know in the fourth stanza. There is nobody on the rooftops to have a glimpse of the patriot, Only the ones who cannot travel to the spot of execution. The ones who are crippled are staring, or you can say looking outside the windows to get a look of him. And the rest of them, they have gone to the shambles gate. Shambles gate means the gate leading to the place of execution. Or they are near the scaffold. Scaffold, once again, scaffold means a raised wooden platform used for execution, either by cutting off his head or hanging him from a rope. So all these things they were doing to get a better view of his execution. Okay, what is the meaning of trow? Trow means to think or believe. Anything it can be. Then next is stanza 5. I go in the rain and more than needs. A rope cuts both my wrists behind, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds, for they fling whoever has a mind stones at me for my year's misdeed. So here in this stanza, we come to know, okay, that the poet, patriot, he is being led to the gallows. Gallows means to the scaffold. In the rains, it is raining heavily and he is being taken. And his wrists are tied tightly behind his back with a rope that it cuts the skin of both his hands. And he thinks he can feel blood trickling down his forehead. And it is all what? A result of? It is a result of the stones being thrown at him by the people. What kind of people? By the cruel people. The people who feel that he has done something wrong for his country. So they punish him for his so-called misdeeds, isn't it? During the year. So here we find it ironic that people, they have completely forgotten his good deeds. They are only remembering that he has done something wrong, and they are humiliating him, they are giving him punishment for it. Come to the last stanza. Thus I entered and thus I go. Triumphs, people have dropped down dead. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe? Me, God might question. Now, instead, it's God shall pay. I am safer so. So here the patriot, we come to know that he is, means the patriot, he is heading towards the gallows in the rain with his hands tied behind his back. Means in complete humiliation. A year ago, he had entered the city with great pomp and show. Just as what? As a celebrity, as a hero. And he was what? At the time he was hero worshipped and he was given a very, very warm welcome. But now what has happened? He is walking through the same streets but in humiliation, just as a convict. And he feels if he had died a year ago, he would not have owed anything to God. But now what has happened? Now he has not got, not got any reward from his people, from his countrymen, for the good deed that he had done. And he is what? But still, he is optimistic because he feels that he will be rewarded by God in heaven. And he feels that he will be safe in the lap of God. Thus, his repayment will be done by him. Who is this him here? Him is God. Where? In heaven. Therefore, he is safe with him, as he will not have to face any more humiliation or punishment. He will be justly rewarded for his good deeds. So here you will find this line, the first line of this stanza. Thus I entered, and thus I go. Thus I entered means the patriot, the time when he entered the town a year ago, just as a hero. And thus I go. Thus I go means a year later, the patriot is being taken to the gallows. So here this line, okay. So here you'll find it's God shall repay, I am safer. So this line, you can see that by this line we can feel that it is what? Irony, isn't it? This line itself is an irony. So what is the ironic thing here? That he feels that when he is dying, he feels that he will be safe. That is what? An irony, isn't it? So here in this poem we have done many literary devices other than imagery. There are a number of imageries also. Imageries means the imagination that you can do. One is the visual image, means the picture that you can visualize in your mind. Second is the auditory image, that which you can hear, isn't it? Means you can feel that you are hearing that same type of sound. Next is the tactile image you will find. The tactile means the feeling of touch, isn't it? The feel, the touch. And lastly, you are going to find the kinesthetic image. It means what kinesthetic means? The position, the movement of a thing. So I would like you to go through all the imageries which is given in your workbook, okay? And also go through the poem once again. You are going to write down the literary devices in your literature copy and do the workbook, question answers. And when will you submit it? Let us say you can submit it on, I think, you can submit it on the 10th of July.